We want revolution.
Spocklets on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check. Complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Informant podcast. I'm Pistol Pete from Stockholm. Tonight we have what's left of the crew, because Chester, of course, has left us many moons ago.
Abandoned.
So, yeah, we're here by ourselves with Jana. Jana? Death by Gucci.
Yeah, she's not Megan.
Had to double take that one. And then we have Jennifer the Mafia Wars loose.
It doesn't really sound right without Meg, does it?
It doesn't have that.
It doesn't ring.
That ring, yeah.
Well, aren't you going to, join a different family every day?
Yeah, wouldn't that be kind of fun?
Yeah, you can join us for a
It
day.
reminds me of someone else. I don't like clan jumpers. I think it would be kind of fun to, do, reports on different families or something.
It's a good thing Chester isn't here when you say clan.
Well, because I'm not talking about Meg when I say that.
I know. You're talking about those that
I'm talking about ass. There's Spock.
We're family.
I know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, he would smack me, huh?
And he'd be like, what? They're not clans. They're families. Clan is for Quake.
The way I see it, when I hear the word clan, I think of the original clans that were out there before the family module even came into existence.
But the point is, the Mafia is all about being families. There were always families in Mafia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
guess it's just how you learned of them and what they were called.
Right.
Did.
Even like the Triad and whatnot that are Chinese Mafia and stuff like that, they're still families.
Right.
They're always defined as families, and that's what Chester's big beef was with it. Everybody would call them clans, and I get maybe if you're Irish, then it would be a clan or something like that. Because those are like families, but...
And he's Irish, and I'm sure he's from some sort of Irish clan.
Well, there are clans in the back code. So
well, there's clans all over the back code, yeah.
They don't ever use the word family. It always says clan.
Nope, except for the family module now.
We actually kind of pushed that at them, I think, the first pack.
Yeah.
Made them realize that we didn't call them that. Not just us, but players in general, that were in families.
And that's consistent. I mean, I understand what, the history of that. A lot of other games out there use the term clans to define a group of people, but it's just kind of interesting that, you have a game, Mafia Wars, and the Mafia was all about the family. Everything was about the family. You defy the family, you speak bad of the family, you're sleeping with the fishes. You've been fitted for a nice pair of cement shoes. I mean,
Exactly. We're all such great mobsters.
Family runs a good, clean sanitation business for disposal of those things that you just need to kind of dispose of.
And you have all these little animals to help you.
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-huh. Very, very helpful.
Yep.
Anything exciting this weekend?
Not really. Not on a personal note, let's say.
No one cares about your personal business. No.
No.
I'm just kidding. No, Jana has something exciting.
Oh gosh, there's just it's intense. There's just a massive fire going on around me, and I've actually just never seen anything that close.
I saw your pictures. You should post those on the fan page so people can see them.
Such a pretty picture that I got there, and I've got some at sunset now. And the moon, I keep thinking it looked like the moon, but it's this. When the sun was setting, it was like red, and the clouds behind it were just so intense.
Yeah.
I've got some more pictures I'll put up. But it's so disgusting outside, and it's such a shame that it's so beautiful and so devastating.
I know.
A lot of people have lost homes, and it's a mess. It really is. I wish there was something I could do, but yeah, I don't have one of those planes that they need. See,
those are dangerous.
Yeah, there's 5 of them. 5 work in the fire, and it's over 20,000 acres now.
Wow,
so, really intense. Kind of makes you think.
Well, we had. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say we had a lot of wind this weekend in Vegas. And it's the weekend for the Electric Daisy Carnival. And that's this big thing. It's only 3 days, and people come from all over to be in it. And they had to shut it down early because they were afraid the stages were going to blow away.
Oh my gosh, because remember last summer there was stage after stage all over the country from storms that were.
Well, that's why
problems.
they did it. I swear to God, I would never go to one of these things, but my boyfriend talked me into it because he wanted to have a ride home. So instead of calling me, he made me go with him. Well, I could not believe how many people go to this thing. It was like bumper to bumper traffic for like maybe 20 miles. It took forever.
And so what do they do there?
It's just this big carnival and they play techno music. It's a lot of kids, like college age kids.
So it's like a big rave or something?
Yeah, and they wear all these weird outfits and they don't dance anymore. I think I'm old, but they like scutter around like cockroaches, like shuffling.
And they still take ecstasy and stuff, right?
I'm sure I didn't have any personal knowledge of that, but I did get into some trouble with the law.
Oh, you sound like Nestor. What happened?
Well, we're driving there and it's like bumper to bumper and I'm like, there's a perfectly good shoulder over here. So I pull out and I drive a few miles up on the shoulder and my boyfriend's like, stop it. I'm like, I get over. I was like, that was fun. And we called our convoy people like, haha, we're ahead of you now. And then I got bored again. So I was like, well, I want to do that again. And so I pulled out on the shoulder and he's like, get back in there. Stop doing this. I'm like, it's so much fun. I can't stop. And then all of a sudden you see cop lights and I'm like, oh shit, I need to blend back in here. Do you think he'll know it was me?
Oh, God.
So I got pulled over and it was the nicest thing. And the cop comes out and he's like, was that you driving on the shoulder? And I said, yes, I'm sorry. I've never done that in my life. And it was so much fun. I'll never do it again. I promise.
Oh, you messed up even.
Well, I can't lie because then if he
awesome.
already had my plate and I lied, he said, you have two choices. And I said, what? And he said, I can either write you a $600 ticket and you'll be on your way, or we can sit here and chat for a little while and set an example. And so, like, our friends in the convoy that we had passed, they drove by.
They passed you.
And you're busted.
And then my boyfriend said the funniest thing when it was back on the road. He goes, it's just like that game you play. You like to cheat and bypass the system.
Oh, life's lessons.
Yes. But I'm telling you, it was so much fun doing it. And that's why I think you get a rush out of, sometimes like when there's glitches, if you take advantage of them, it's like so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. Like,
yeah,
it's a little overwhelming even because you just don't feel right. But it's exciting.
Yeah, so the moral of the story is don't drive on the shoulder of the road to pass traffic unless you have $600. I didn't think there were any cops around. It was so like,
and you didn't do a drunk test or anything?
Everybody
I wasn't drunk because we were driving there.
Funny. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but it's a pretty elaborate setup there. But they had to shut it down because of the wind.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, and they make so much money off this thing. They estimate like about 400,000 people come during the 3 days, and each day you go, it costs $150.
That's ridiculous.
I'm like, where are these kids getting that much money? And
their parents.
Just so many people. Yeah.
Or you guys pointed out the ecstasy they're already selling.
Probably.
Yes, exactly how they got in.
One of our friends built some of the daisies they use, the sculptures, so we got in for free.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And we got VIP parking.
On the shoulder?
On the shoulder.
I know.
Oh, that's funny. You're living on the edge. You're scaring me. You better get back in the game.
That's why I don't leave the house much. Because
we're going to put you in the hopper.
Get in trouble when you do.
I really do.
Well, what's going on? Anything change in the game? I haven't seen you guys in a couple, since last week, I guess.
Well, since the last show, I talked about things in the Spocklets toolbar that hadn't been made live on the live toolbar yet. so I was giving everybody a precursor of things to come because I didn't realize that we hadn't published it out yet, and that was my fault.
You gave a sneak peek.
Well, I'm so used to we use the beta toolbar, which that's where we do our testing with, and and I saw them in there, and I said, I better talk about them before I forget, and then all of a sudden it comes out that it wasn't ready for the public consumption yet. But I think now all that stuff that I discussed last time has been made available to the general public. So
yeah, I had a question about it on my fan page, and I said, just go to the config page and you'll see it. And the guy sends like a screenshot back. No, it's not there.
It's not there. Thanks, Pistol Pete. You're my pal.
So I was like, oh, I could have sworn Pistol Pete said it was.
But it's all a go now.
Yeah.
But then Martin added it right after that, so.
Right.
felt pressured.
And then we ran into a bug too when we added the
my
walkthrough. The walkthrough every time you opened up the secret mission, not the secret the secret mission. No, not the secret mission. The limited time mission.
There's so much stuff.
Right. Yeah. And I can't even remember names of things anymore. Anyway, when you opened it up, it would open up a link message saying, here's the link to the blog that shows you the walkthrough. Well, if you close it and you open it back up again, you got another link. And if you kept doing that numerous times, then you ended up with like 20, 30, 100.
I had a couple hundred. I said, wow, they really like my walkthrough.
And you're talking about the Cornerstone mission?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that guy reminds me of you, like Crazy Pete.
He's
out of control.
It's pretty insane looking.
Yeah, it's like you rabid.
Yeah.
And they didn't make a new picture for that. They just took the old one and inverted it and enlarged it.
Oh, really? Is that what they did? Because I don't remember seeing him that intensely before.
Well, that's like the rock star pose, and his face is like that, but it's a small image, but they blew it up.
Very nice. Nice hair. Love it.
So and this was the third mission he was on.
But he's never been this large, right?
Right.
Okay. Because and the Bubble Safari thing hasn't gone away on my page yet. I gave up.
I don't think it's over. I think there's a few more days left.
Yeah, I think so too. But I got to 18, and then I said, okay, there's no way I can handle it to 42.
Oh, you even went even further than I did.
Time.
I gave up at 11, and I gave up at 11 on the property this time too.
We noticed because we hadn't heard from you, and the last show was late, and you're one of those people, like, if it's even going to be 10 minutes late, you freak out about it.
And we know about it.
It's my pride that this show will never be a minute late. And so it's like an hour, and people start asking, where's the show? And we're messaging Pete, no response. So then we're like, I hope nothing happened to Pete. And so we went to look at your wall, and the last time you had asked for anything was like the day before, and it was a property request.
You knew he wasn't going any further.
Well, then we knew he hadn't been on Mafia Wars, so then we were even more worried. So then Mike Nestor wrote a message to Pete's wife, and then we saw on her page that she had added some images like 3 hours ago. So I was like, well, if something happened to Pete, Catherine
would be
posting pictures. She would be dealing with a situation.
Yeah.
Laptop for sale.
No, we've been joking around we've been joking around at our office. We've had to run, as I mentioned once before, basically 3 shifts now, which is like unheard of in our organization. We're almost always a 1-shift organization, and we have a big job we took on, and so I've actually been running 3rd shift. And what had happened was we just swamped, and I didn't even have time to sit down and edit the show until I got back the evening after the show was going on. Between baseball and work, I just didn't have the time, and so the show got out late. But that's the reason why. But we've been joking around that, we've been getting hit by a bus, and the person who's driving the bus is Murphy, because, man, one thing after another has been, going wrong. Good old Murphy's Law is catching you.
It sounds like vacation time.
What can go wrong has been going wrong.
Yeah,
so
like Mafia Wars.
Yeah.
They should call it Murphy Wars.
Murphy Wars. Yeah, but that's why. So, yeah, I apologize to everybody for getting the show out late. I don't like doing that, as you guys pointed out. I mean, I've rushed sometimes to squeeze it out by, like, down to the wire.
We're just glad you were okay.
Yeah, we weren't worried about
you.
The show. Yeah. It was just like...
Yeah, that's what
it was a sign
How come the
something
show's
was
not
wrong.
There? Yeah.
It's you. We care.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then people asked too, which surprised me. I got a lot of inbox messages and people saying, where is the show?
Well, that's good that we still have listeners. Thanks for hanging in there with us.
All the diehards who refuse to quit.
That's right.
Yep, there's a few of us left.
So, okay, so for us at Spockholm, because we kind of talked. I don't have anything new this week to talk about. We have that unframed option. If you go to spockon.me/unframed as a word, that it takes you to that faux unframed page. I don't know if, it's been a while since we mentioned that, so if there's any new listeners. And that, what it does is it basically just hides all the Facebook stuff, so you're still technically in a framed version of Facebook, but you see your scripts and everything.
It also, if you go to that link, will eliminate your half-page problems.